Hello there! This is an astrological forecast for Scorpio for May 2009. And this also applies if you have a Scorpio ascendant. So Scorpios, a lot of energy this month. We've got Venus and Mars in the sign of Aries in your 6th house. So you're going to be putting a lot of energy into your work, Scorpio. And with Mars being in Aries and Mars being one of your rulers, you're going to feel as though your energy is turbocharged, particularly in the area of work. You're going to be ready to take initiatives. You're going to be coming up with new ideas. You're going to be a little more vocal than you normally are. And also, you're going to be quite focused and enjoying your work, on finding the pleasure in the work that you're doing. Now, we've got the Sun in your 7th house until the 21st of May. And so there's still quite a focus for you, Scorpio, on your one-to-one relationships. It's quite an important time, and also a time for some of you when you may well meet somebody new, or not necessarily on an intimate level. It could be a good business relationship that comes in for you, particularly with the Sun being in Taurus. After the 21st of May, the Sun moves into your 8th house, which will be very comfortable for you, Scorpios. It is in Gemini in your 8th house, so this will be a time for you to really look at your finances, your joint finances, anything where you're involved with somebody else who's taking care of your assets or your goods or your money. Time really to look at that in great detail. Now, Mercury also goes retrograde this month from the 7th of May to the end of May. And so this is very important that you do not sign any important documents, any leases, any contracts. Just try to get it done either before it goes retrograde or into June when it's past the retrograde. What it is not a time to do is to schedule any very important meetings where you need an important decision making. Try to avoid that period. The other thing to make sure you do is back up your hard drive and don't put any new software onto your computer during the retrograde. Try as well to get any repairs done before the retrograde. Now here's what the retrograde is going to be good for. You Scorpios, any paperwork that you've got outstanding that needs sorting, great time to do it when Mercury is retrograde. You're going to be able to be even more focused than you Scorpios normally are. So it's a very good time to put energy into cleaning up anything that's been a bit messy, that's got messy over time, to do with your paperwork and your office and your computer, and to get that sorted out. Another thing that is very good to do during this time is to complete any projects that you've already started prior to the retrograde. Then it's a very good time for completion. I must alert to you that the Mercury retrograde is going to be in your house of relationships, one-to-one relationships. So don't be surprised if you do have some little frustrations with people, misunderstandings, they haven't listened to what you've said, or you haven't heard what they've said, and you may find that you've got to repeat yourself. Okay, with Mars in Aries, you're not going to feel terribly patient, but it will be worth being patient, because once this retrograde is over, it'll go direct again, and you'll find that these little niggles will be behind you. We've got Jupiter and Neptune in your 4th house making this transit. Quite important that you're careful, being a water sign as well, about where you're choosing to live. And look out for areas of flooding, because the Jupiter-Neptune is coming to a stronger conjunction from towards the end of May until the beginning of July. And anything to do with Jupiter-Neptune in your 4th house can indicate flooding. I have seen that. So as long as you've got your eye on it, then you can be prepared and forewarned and hopefully avoid anything that's disastrous. We've got Saturn in your 11th house, so yes, there's been some changes in your relationships and maybe some of your friendships, maybe there's been some endings, but as well, it's a great time, Scorpio, to set down clear goals for moving forward. And Scorpios, you like goal setting. For the most part, you like it. You like having something that you can focus on. So this is a great month to do that. So you're going to be focusing on your work. There'll be a lot of energy going into your work, and it really should hopefully pay off for you. So there we are. That's your month of May, Scorpio. I wish you a very good month, and I thank you for listening. Bye for now.